Have you ever noticed how certain people instantly change the energy of a room? The moment they arrive, attention naturally drifts toward them. Conversations slow down, eyes follow, and people become curious without even knowing why. They don't demand attention or try to impress anyone. Their presence alone seems to speak louder than words. Maybe you've met someone like that and wondered what makes them so magnetic. Is it confidence, natural charm, a talent they were simply born with? Or is there something deeper happening beneath the surface? The answer might surprise you. That quiet influence isn't a gift reserved for a select few. It's not luck, appearance, or some mysterious quality only a handful of people possess. It's the result of habits, mindset, and subtle behaviors that almost anyone can develop once they understand how true presence really works. The truth is, it isn't about confidence alone, natural charisma, or being born with a special personality. Real magnetism isn't something you're simply given, it's something you build. It's created through small, intentional behaviors that most people never notice, yet they leave a lasting impression on everyone around you. These subtle habits may seem insignificant on the surface, but together they shape the way people feel in your presence. They influence trust, respect, and connection without a single word being spoken. What's even more fascinating is that this isn't just a motivational idea, it's supported by years of research. Psychologists, neuroscientists, and experts in human behavior have spent decades exploring why some individuals remain unforgettable long after they've left the room. Their discoveries challenged many common beliefs. It wasn't appearance, status, or natural talent that made the biggest difference. Instead, they uncovered a set of quiet behaviors that almost anyone can learn, practice, and
master. The answer wasn't found in being the loudest voice in the room or the most dominant personality. It wasn't even about having endless confidence. The real secret was far more subtle, quiet, deliberate, and deeply rooted in the way a person carries themselves every single day. That I end this video. You'll discover 17 powerful habits that create genuine personal magnetism. None of them require dramatic changes. They're small adjustments that build over time, transforming the way you enter a room, connect with people, and leave a lasting impression long after the conversation ends. These simple habits have the power to reshape how others see you, and even more importantly, how you see yourself. But before we dive in, here's something I'd love to know. Do you believe you're naturally magnetic? Or do you think it's a skill anyone can develop? Let me know your answer in the comments below, and let's find out together. Before we jump in, I want to hear from you. Do you think you naturally attract people? Or are you still developing that skill? Type yes, or still working on it, in the comments. Every answer is welcome, and there's no right or wrong choice. But by the time this video ends, you may discover that you're far more capable than you ever imagined. Now, let's begin. Here's something most people never realize. Long before you speak your first sentence, you've already made an impression. Within just a few seconds, people begin forming opinions about you. And surprisingly, your words play only a small part in that first judgment. Your body is already communicating on your behalf. The way you stand, the direction of your gaze, your posture, your movements, and even the amount of space you naturally occupy all send powerful signals. Without saying a single word, you're telling people whether you're comfortable, confident, approachable, or uncertain. Learning to control these silent messages is one of the most powerful habits of truly magnetic people. Whether you realize it or not, your body is always speaking before your voice ever does. Every movement, expression, and gesture sends a message. That's why we're starting with the physical habits that create a powerful first impression. These are the quiet signals that shape how others see you before a conversation even begins. Habit number 1. Master the slow blink. It may sound surprisingly simple, but this tiny habit can completely change the energy you project. When people feel nervous, excited, or desperate to make a good impression, they often blink rapidly and let their eyes constantly wander. Without realizing it, these subtle behaviors can communicate tension, uncertainty, or discomfort. People with a naturally magnetic presence do the opposite. Their eye movements are calm, steady, and intentional. They blink at a relaxed pace, giving the impression that they're comfortable, composed, and fully in control of the moment. That slow, relaxed blink isn't about acting confident. It's a quiet signal that says, I'm present, I'm calm, and I don't need to rush. It's a subtle detail, but one that can instantly make you appear more trustworthy, approachable, and emotionally grounded. That simple, unhurried blink sends a powerful message without saying a single word. It quietly communicates, I'm relaxed, I'm fully here, I have nothing to prove. People naturally associate that calm presence with confidence and emotional stability. Think about the individuals who always seem comfortable in any social setting. They rarely appear rushed or restless. One reason is that their facial expressions and eye movements stay calm and controlled, making everyone around them feel more at ease. Try practicing this the next time you're in an important conversation, meeting, interview, or even speaking with someone new. Slow your blinking just slightly. Don't force it, just allow yourself to relax. You'll be surprised how such a small adjustment can completely change the energy you project. Habit number 2, triangle eye contact method. Eye contact is one of the strongest forms of nonverbal communication, but many people get it wrong. Some avoid it because they feel uncomfortable, while others stare too intensely, making the interaction feel awkward. Magnetic people find the perfect balance. Instead of locking onto one eye or constantly looking away, they naturally shift their attention between the person's left eye, right eye, and mouth, creating an invisible triangle. This subtle movement keeps eye contact feeling warm, natural, and engaging rather than forced or intimidating. The result is simple but powerful. The other person feels genuinely seen, listened to, and respected, without ever realizing why. The conversation feels so comfortable. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools for building trust, yet it's also one of the most misunderstood. People are often told to maintain strong eye contact, while others warn them not to stare too much. Neither piece of advice explains how to make eye contact feel natural. Here's a far more effective approach. As you speak or listen, allow your eyes to move gently between the person's left eye, right eye, and mouth. This creates a subtle triangular pattern that feels effortless instead of forced. The key is not to think of it as a technique you must perform. Instead, let it happen naturally as you stay focused on the conversation. Your gaze should be calm, relaxed, and unhurried, not fixed in one place or constantly looking away. When used correctly, this simple habit communicates genuine interest and full attention. It makes the other person feel heard, respected, and comfortable, creating a stronger connection without either of you consciously noticing why. That's the quiet power of authentic eye contact. It turns an ordinary conversation into one that feels meaningful and memorable. When your eye contact feels relaxed instead of forced, people naturally become more comfortable around you. They begin to open up, stay engaged, and enjoy the conversation because your attention feels genuine rather than intimidating. Now let's move to another simple habit that creates an immediate impact. Habit number 3, the 1-second posture reset. Before stepping into any situation, a meeting, a social gathering, an interview, or even a casual coffee with a friend, pause for just 1 second. In that brief moment, gently roll your shoulders back, lift your chin slightly, plant both feet firmly on the ground, and take one slow, controlled breath. It takes almost no effort, but the effect is remarkable. That single second resets both your body and your mindset. Instead of walking in distracted or tense, you enter with a calm, balanced, and confident presence. People notice the difference, even if they can't explain why. Your posture silently communicates that you're comfortable with yourself, open to others, and fully present in the moment. Without saying a word, you project confidence, approachability, and quiet strength. The best part? It doesn't require a dramatic transformation. Just one intentional pause before you walk through the door can completely change the first impression you leave. An open posture does more than influence the way others see you. It also changes the way you see yourself. That's the part many people overlook. When you stand tall with relaxed shoulders, balanced posture, and steady breathing, you're not just sending a message to everyone around you. You're also giving your own mind a powerful signal that says, I'm prepared, I'm capable, I belong here. Studies in psychology suggest that adopting confident body language can positively affect your mindset, helping you feel more composed and self-assured before an important interaction. Even a single second of intentional posture can calm your nerves and help you enter a conversation with greater confidence and focus. Now let's move to another habit that quietly separates memorable people from everyone else. Habit number 4, the intentional pause. One of the biggest differences between ordinary communicators and truly magnetic people is that they don't feel the need to rush. They aren't in a hurry to answer every question, fill every silence, or prove themselves with constant words. Instead, they allow a brief pause before they respond. That small moment of silence isn't awkward. It's powerful. It shows that you're listening carefully, thinking before you speak, and giving your words purpose. Rather than reacting impulsively, you respond with intention. Ironically, the people who are most comfortable with silence are often the ones who appear the most confident, thoughtful, and emotionally grounded. Sometimes, the strongest statement you can make isn't speaking faster. It's knowing exactly when to pause. Many people treat silence as something that needs to be filled immediately. Truly magnetic people see it differently. They understand that a brief moment of silence isn't uncomfortable. It's a sign of confidence. The next time someone asks you a question, don't rush to reply. Instead, take a calm 1 or 2 second pause before you answer. It may seem like a tiny change, but it has a powerful effect. That short pause tells people you're actually thinking instead of reacting. It shows that you're listening carefully and choosing your words with intention rather than speaking just to avoid silence. As a result, your responses feel more thoughtful, your confidence appears more genuine, and your presence becomes noticeably stronger. People naturally begin to pay closer attention because your words carry more weight. The same principle applies to the pace of your speech. When you slow down and become comfortable with brief moments of silence, you project calm authority rather than nervous urgency. Instead of trying to speak first or speak the most, you create the impression that what you have to say is valuable and worth waiting for. The most magnetic communicators don't command attention by talking faster. They earn it by speaking with patience, purpose, and quiet confidence. The truth is, most people become uncomfortable the moment a conversation goes quiet. They rush to fill every pause, often speaking before they've had time to think. In doing so, they unintentionally weaken the impact of their own words. You don't have to fall into that habit. When you're comfortable allowing a brief silence, you project a rare kind of confidence. Your words feel more intentional, your ideas sound more thoughtful, and people naturally give your opinions greater value. Calm communication carries far more influence than hurried conversation. Habit number 5, the subtle lean. Another powerful habit of naturally magnetic people has nothing to do with what they say. It's how they position themselves while listening. When someone is sharing something important, whether it's a personal story, an idea, or a meaningful experience, gently lean forward just a little. Not enough to invade their personal space. Not so much that it feels forced. Just a small, natural movement that quietly says, "You have my full attention." This subtle shift makes the other person feel heard, respected, and genuinely valued. It creates an atmosphere of trust without requiring a single extra word. People rarely remember every sentence from a conversation, but they always remember how someone made them feel. When you listen with your entire body, not just your ears, you create a connection that feels authentic, comfortable, and unforgettable. Sometimes, the smallest movement sends the strongest message. That slight movement forward sends a message that words alone often can't express. It quietly tells the other person, "I'm fully listening, and what you're saying truly matters to me." It's not a dramatic gesture, yet it creates an immediate sense of connection. People may never consciously notice the movement, but they almost always notice the feeling it creates. They feel understood, respected, and appreciated. When someone senses that you're naturally drawn into what they're saying, conversations become deeper and far more meaningful. That simple lean transforms passive listening into genuine engagement, and genuine engagement is one of the strongest foundations of personal magnetism. Habit number 6, the art of natural mirroring. One of the most effective communication habits is something psychologists have studied for decades: mirroring. Mirroring doesn't mean copying someone else's behavior or pretending to be like them. Instead, it's the subtle and natural tendency to reflect another person's energy, posture, speaking pace, or facial expressions in a respectful way. For example, if they lower their voice, you naturally soften yours. If they speak calmly, you match their relaxed pace. If they smile, you allow your own expression to respond naturally. When done gently and without exaggeration, mirroring creates a powerful sense of comfort and familiarity. It tells the other person, often without either of you realizing it, we're on the same wavelength.